Hello coloring friends, welcome to Find in Color, a weekly challenge dedicated to adult coloring where everyone color for certain prompts, and usually we have 1 week for coloring, but not this time. This time everyone had 3 weeks for coloring because I was on holidays. And let me tell you a few words about my journey. If you are not interested, you can go forward. And for those who are interested to hear my impressions from this journey, welcome. I visited Upper Mustang region in Nepal. It's still a rather remote area with not that many tourists visiting this place. Actually, according to Nepalese statistics, just 10 tourists per day. This region was closed completely for visits until 1992. Then they opened it, but still there was no road, and permission to visit this region was very high. Recently they completed a road to this region and made the permission price a little bit lower. Still it's rather expensive, and I saw photos from this region maybe 10 years ago, and since that time it was my dream to visit this area, but because it was rather difficult, you had to go by horses or by walk, and it would have taken a lot of time. But since now they have road, so I thought it's time I visit Mustang and see all that beauty with my own eyes, because as we all know, no photos can actually match the reality. And I was right. The reality turned out even more impressive than all those photos. It's such an unusual region, such unusual landscapes. At times you feel like you are maybe at the end of the world, or maybe on another planet, on Mars particularly, because at some places those mountains are there like ginger red color, and it's so quiet there because there are no birds, no trees, no insects, and you notice this quietness. It's so unusual. And sometimes you drive and for many hours you don't see a single person, not a single car, and yeah, you get this feeling you are lost somewhere on another planet. And every corner, such beauties you see that it's breathtaking. You want to take pictures, you want to record on your inner memory disk. And the road itself, sometimes it looks rather dangerous. You drive at the end of the narrow road and you see such a depth down there. But I enjoyed that tremendously. Of course, because of high altitude, there were some problems, shortness of breath, headaches, but you don't actually pay attention to that because you are so much under impression of all those landscapes that it doesn't matter. So if you are interested in some unusual landscapes, at some emotions that such places can give you, then I highly recommend you to visit not Everest Base Camp, as most people go there, but Upper Mustang region in Nepal. Okay, now let me come back to the theme of our video. the result of our challenge for the prompt snail. This prompt we had it before in the first season, and at that time I checked, I got only 22 illustrations because it was just the start of this challenge. Not many people took part in it, and I'm so happy that this prompt got into the second season, because 22 illustrations, it's too little for such an interesting prompt. You can find snails in so many books and in so many variations, and everyone had 3 weeks for coloring, so no wonder this time I've got 138 illustrations, and it's our record again, the biggest number of submitted works that I've got so far. There are pictures by Hannah Carlson, Marie Trulli, R.J. Hampson from his Frag's Tale, Morgan O'Brien, Rita Burman. There are some small snails, medium, and quite a lot of very large snails for the whole page, like from books by Kirby Rosanes, Ken Matsuda, Circle of Life coloring book, and Emily Marotta, a couple of very interesting illustrations with rather large snails. There are some pictures from books that we don't often see in our challenge, like Manic Botanic by Irina Vinnik, and even one illustration from Cursed Pirate Girl coloring book, which I also have, but I don't see many people color in this book, so it was a nice surprise to see that someone colored a picture from that book. And what I have colored for this prompt, I had very little time for coloring, and I knew that I would have not much time, so a very simple illustration for this prompt from this book Sacred Nature by Lydia Hess, and I colored this a very lovely picture. Though it's simple, I used markers here, but it looks nice, I think, and I can tick that this prompt is completed. You can see these small snails here, and I have another picture to show you. This one was colored by my daughter. She decided to color something as well while I was coloring my snails. It's from Lush Life by Doreen Castle, and these 3 lovely snails with colorful mushrooms. She used markers as well, and soft pastel for the background. These were my results for this prompt, and now let's sit more comfortably, because the slideshow is going to be rather long, but with such a variety of illustrations and a variety of styles and books, I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy it. Let's go. So that was our second gallery for the prompt snail. Thank you everyone who joined this challenge. Many people colored really 3-4 illustrations because there was more time for this prompt. So thank you everyone for making this gallery of works so interesting and big. And now what? Of course it's time to choose another prompt finally for the upcoming week. And let's find out what it's going to be this time. So friends, another prompt for an animal kingdom, a bird this time, toucan. I think this is going to be more difficult for coloring than a snail, though of course we had some snails in our gallery that definitely took quite some time to complete. Toucan is a rather popular character in coloring books. I think you can find them in Joanna Besford books, Kerberosanes, I believe in Melpomene's books as well. And I think I have colored toucans in Magical Jungles by Joanna Besford. So I'm curious to look through my collection and to find maybe some other books with toucan, not only these illustrators. So I'm off now and see you in a second. So I'm back, friends. I do not have much time today for more deep search through my collection, so I have chosen a few books that I could find quickly, and I will show them maybe another day when I have more time. I will look through more books and maybe we'll find something else, but for now a few books. The first, Magical Jungle by Joanna Besford. There are several illustrations for this prompt. One illustration I have colored already before, and there's another one, rather large toucan, not that complicated illustration, I believe, not many details, and he's rather large, so nice picture for this prompt. Another one, a very small toucan, a lot of greenery, but again medium complication page, I would say. Then books by Melpomene, Circle of Life. There's this beautiful illustration, a little bit more detailed, a lot of greenery, flowers here, and toucan is more detailed as well, but very beautiful. Another with smaller toucans from her Nature Mandalas book. And we have toucans here, parrots, flamingos, and chameleon, and some flowers. This illustration would look very beautiful when colored. But I'm afraid again I will have still little time this week and I will have to choose something more simple. Naturescapes by Patricia Wynne. There's these illustrations with several toucans. In this book I try to color with water materials like gouache, watercolor, watercolor pencils, so maybe this one would be good to try, and maybe if to use water-based materials then it will not take that much time, but I will see. And the last that I have for now, Anastasia Eli Koldreva, Blackbird Song, a very beautiful illustration, and if I've had more time, I think I would have colored this one. A very beautiful hairstyle, I like it, and this lovely toucan, but definitely it will take some time to complete this illustration. Maybe someone would manage, I hope. Would be nice to see completed result of this page. Anyway, that's my choice for now. I hope maybe I will find something else. I hope you will find something interesting in your collection for this prompt, and I will be waiting for your submitted completed illustrations, and hope at the end of the next week we'll have a nice beautiful gallery of toucans. And that was all for today. See you next time. Bye!